and welcome to another episode of the smAshlights, where I talk about all kinds of stuff, whether I want to or not. Let's start with some good news. Energy firm says its nuclear waste-fueled diamond batteries could last thousands of years. How about a cell phone battery that lasts 9 to 10 years? A pacemaker that's powered to last 28,000 years. It's good stuff. Maybe this is why Bill Gates is trying to build nuclear power plants. Who knows? But the more battery technology advances, the more free energy will become. And this is a good thing. This will help to prevent future catastrophes for mankind. Now, we are streaming live to Twitch, and we do so on the regs. And this is the, oh, look at me, I've got 2 heads. Look, I've got an unlimited number of heads. Thanks to our subs over there at twitch.tv/smAshomash. If you want to see the content live, go subscribe over there. We're also on YouTube. Please take a moment to press like and subscribe on YouTube if you enjoy the content. Please inform your friends and your foes and your wholesome girls and hoes and your science noobs and science pros about the channel. We try to put something for everybody, even for dudes like that. Aw, COVID. COVID's been getting shy lately. I'm just going to leave you there. Aw, man. All right, anyway, let's talk COVID. Politics. Paul Krugman, economic illiterate, says April was Trump's cruelest month. Now, I can't stand Paul Krugman because he doesn't have any idea what he's talking about when it comes to economics, or he's lying to you. So whichever that is, I could care less. Paul Krugman is yet another insult to the Nobel Foundation, as he won the Nobel Prize in economics at some point. And I guess he's probably running out of economic subjects to talk about as inflation goes through the roof. People's money gets devalued due to historic amounts of money printing by the Federal Reserve. Now, Paul Krugman is a Keynesian economist who believes that we can just print our way out of any crisis, and the reduction in the purchasing power of all the dollars in the money supply is just fine. If you want to read this article from economic illiterate Paul Krugman, this one is hosted by the Baltimore Sun. April was Trump's cruelest month. Because Paul Krugman is a political hack, if you weren't aware. Let's talk about smashomash.com/forum. Speaking of political hacks, Biden-Harris 2020. If you'd like to get political, I want to get political. I don't really want to get political. But anyway, we've got a forum thread there in the free-for-all forum about Biden-Harris 2020. You can get campaign gear there. Actually, you can get campaign gear at smashomash.org if you want to campaign for Biden and Harris in 2020. Rock the vote, yo. Rock the vote. Make sure you head to the smAsho store, which has all this stuff, by the way, including the Smasher Price My First Pandemic, I've Survived a Global Pandemic So Far, Mansa and Mensa, as well as the Covidiocy and Blatant Corruption, Biden-Harris 2020 hoodie. Now that it's getting cool out, consider yours in black or blue, or black and blue if you're black and blue as a result of complete political corruption and total hackery in Washington and at the state and local levels. And by the way, there is hackery going on at massive, massive scales, as Democratic governors and mayors and all kinds of other political hacks that work for corporations are donating massive amounts of money to Black Lives Matter and Antifa and all kinds of other hacky organizations who are trying to create some sort of crazy Marxist, corporatist, two-class system. What a joke. All of these organizations are going to face severe consequences come next year, because they're not going to be able to advance their political agendas. People are rushing out of cities. Everything's turning colors. Good luck getting libertarians and Bernie bros to vote for Biden and Harris. Now, Kamala Harris is probably the most corrupt politician of my entire lifetime, having slept their way into the DA's office, and then corruptly prosecuting people who are innocent, doing things like hiding exculpatory evidence and keeping people in jail when they were clearly innocent. So please, by all means, rock the vote and go out and vote Biden-Harris, the complete Covidiocy and blatant corruption ticket 2020. What a joke. If you weren't aware, we're also on BitChute, and the server's been down a couple times. Hopefully it's not DDoS attacks facilitated by organizations like Google. I'm sure Google wasn't complicit in it or anything. BitChute.com/smAshomash. Exclusive content over there. Let's talk about another Covidiot. Lady Gaga came out last night at the VMAs and looked fully moronic. Now, she's got a spectrum analyzer on this Covidiot mask. Let me read one of her quotes. Mask up. Mask up, Covidiots. Now, for some reason, all the people that watch the VMAs. Oh, here's another one of her. This is her couture mask. Wow, well done. Is that screen mesh on the front? I don't think that's going to protect people from your coughs and sneezes. Lady Gaga. Whatever. What a Covidiot. Nice satanic imagery, by the way. She's wearing the mask of Cthulhu in this one. Well done. Oh no, the Illuminati, so spooky. Let's talk about Trump just daring Biden to utter the words Antifa. Why? Why? Let me put out the fire. Why does Trump dare Joe Biden to utter the word Antifa? Why is that, folks? Can anybody answer? Well, let's explain. Antifa, the domestic terrorist organization, apparently is now endorsing Joe Biden. Watch this. Antifa.com. Oh! And now it's gone. As it was redirecting me to JoeBiden.com about 20 minutes ago. Let's try again. Antifa.com. Oh, there you go. Antifa.com simply just redirects you to JoeBiden.com now. So again, vote terrorism as well as blatant corruption and covidiocy. Biden-Harris 2020. And let's talk about a little cosmology real quick. How about Galaxy NGC 2188? We've got a good view of this, as we're viewing this from a similar angle that we view our own Milky Way galaxy from. Edge on. And when you're viewing a galaxy edge on, it looks totally different than when you're viewing it down on the ecliptic plane. And I don't see any jets. I don't know what the article's about. It's basically just sightseeing. It's about half the size of the Milky Way. If you want to read about it, it's on SciTech Daily. We picked up 3 of their articles today. NGC 2188. Let's talk about radioactive iron. Is the sun traveling through a supernoval remnant cloud? The local interstellar cloud? Is that a supernoval remnant? Or is that a solar remnant? Now, we only see one star around the sun. Many people believe it's part of a binary system, as many stars appear to be part of a binary system. Ultimately, we don't know how stars form, if stars die. But it turns out there's iron-60 deep in the oceans at the 33,000 year mark. So something apparently happened 33,000 years ago. And if you want to read about that, the theory is that it's evidence that the sun is traveling through a supernoval remnant, and it's partially because of the lack of understanding of cosmology. We don't see any heavy elements being produced in the cores of stars. However, we do see them being produced in the atmospheres of stars. How come all those giant galactic scale jets contain so much hydrogen and so few heavy elements? How come quote supernoval remnants don't show Markland convection and all kinds of other features that you would see if stars evolved via a nuclear internal dynamo? The nuclear dynamo is in the atmosphere of these objects. If you want to read about this study here about iron-60, It's on SciTech Daily also. How about the TIE Fighter galaxy? Why is it called that? Well, because the radio lobes look like a TIE Fighter. A little bit similar to 3C405, the second most massive radio source in the sky. The TIE Fighter galaxy looks a bit like one. It's TX-128. And typically when we see these jets in this sort of a formation, they tend to become radio lobes. We've got very powerful gamma ray emitting jets in these regions, and then in the more lower energy portions where the matter begins to condense, we see radio lobes. I won't get into the cosmology of it. We don't want the video to be too long. Another SciTech Daily article. Today's featured star is Deneb, massive X-ray binary. Cygnus X3. It's very bright in the X-ray spectrum. And here are the X-ray transients from it. It looks like it may be coming off its quiescent state once again. It's been teasing us here, and you can see that it goes into significant quiescent states, and then it goes into higher states of activity on a pretty regular basis. Also, it has a 4.8-hour periodicity, as this massive X-ray source actually orbits a massive star about the size of Mars's orbit in only 4.83 hours. So in any case, it is still in a very quiescent state here, somewhere around this range. And I would also note that the strongest transients ever measured from X3 happened in 2009, right there. So I would encourage radio astronomers to watch this object as it's about to come out of its quiescent state, and we would like to see what goes on in radio and other frequencies. Check out our affiliate links, by the way. We've included another one. If you don't like my squeaky mouse wheel, maybe you're in the market for a mouse as well. We've added my new mouse, which I don't have yet, but it's the Lenovo M200 RGB. It probably won't make this noise. And I'll make this mouse my backup or something. So yeah, the Lenovo Legion M200. It's only 20 bucks. It's got thumb buttons, as well as a DPI selector switch. It's a color-changing LED mouse. And it's got a braided cable. And Smash staff endorses it, so I endorse it too. And if you want to see other links about that, our other affiliate stuff, check it out. We've got a whole page dedicated to it. It's smashamash.com/affiliate. smashamash.com/affiliate. Visit our links, purchase stuff that way. Thanks to our subscribe stars, by the way. We are also on Patreon, thanks to our patrons. And we've got the first ever Patreon credit crawl. So again, here are our patrons, and we'll just let that scroll for a moment. Sit back and enjoy the light show. If you've ever wanted your name in lights, please consider becoming a patron, the real source of funding for the content. Thanks to each and every one of you for increasing the probability that these videos will continue to exist and be free and publicly visible, as we consider pulling the content on the regs, because we are pretty much tanking over here. So again, thanks to our patrons. And thanks for giving us reason to create the first Patreon credit crawl. Here ends today's smAshlight segment. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And let's get on to more space-type stuff.